If you ask the world's best guitar players, techs, and luthiers, they'll tell you no one matches the tone and consistency of D'Addario strings. D'Addario is the world leader in strings and musical accessories because our customers love knowing they're playing the best products that can be made. And that reputation is no accident. It's the result of 400 years of being obsessed with quality and innovation.
I'm often asked how long we've been making strings, and I hired a genealogist to go to Sale, our hometown. The baptismal records go all the way back to 1680. We traced the father's occupation back contiguously where they put Cordero string maker, quality music strings. In the turn of the century, United States were really in demand. And our grandfather immigrated here in 1905 and started working with a brother-in-law, Rocco. They weren't related, but they had the same name. So Rocco taught our grandfather the trade, and they were partners for a while. And my grandfather really took to it, and he got quite good at making violin strings and harp strings and viola strings and so on. Our grandfather, he was satisfied with this small home cottage industry business. My dad was much more ambitious. And John D'Angelico and my dad became very close friends. In the late 30s, around 38, Dad started working with him, and D'Angelico kept pushing my dad to make thinner cores until the strings would break, and then they would go back up a little bit. Immediately, the really great players were, wow, this is incredible. The guitar really sounds much better. And those specs really are pretty much what almost everybody uses today. D'Angelico and my dad developed a new paradigm. They literally invented the modern acoustic string. When we started D'Addario in 1974, it was me and my wife, Janet, my dad, and my brother. That was it. There was no other people. It was four of us. Pretty quickly, I started to just explore different metals. I was intrigued by the description of phosphor bronze. The phosphor bronze is a more durable alloy, so string tone lasts a little bit longer. Had a different sound. I think a more even sound. 80-20s can be really loud on the fundamental and very bright, whereas the phosphor bronze just seemed to be more balanced, and we started to get some real traction in 1976. That just set us apart. It wasn't anybody else had that, and it put the brand name on the map. And then we made XL 110s. It was a nickel-plated steel string. We simply took what my dad had developed with the nickel-plated steel, which was a round wound string. It wasn't roller wound and pressed. I was never an advocate for that. I liked the real bright round wound string. And that's what XLs were when they came out. And that's what a lot of the other brands are now today. We started to design and build our own machinery in the 70s, and now we have an entire building here in Farmingdale that's just devoted to engineering machines and building them for all our companies. Take, for instance, our wire mill. We have 6 drawing machines for high carbon steel now, and we have a very sophisticated nickel-plated steel wrap wire drawing machine and 2 phosphor bronze 80-20 brass wrap wire machines. We now make the most consistent, highest quality music wire that's available. And many of our competitors know that, and they buy it from us now.
We do a lot of things to make our operations more sustainable.
In the late 80s, I started experimenting with some different packaging formats. It dawned on me that, maybe we can do something clever with a more protective polyethylene recyclable bag for the 6 strings with colored ball ends on them, and eliminating the 6 paper envelopes. Put that into a nice looking paper envelope that could be even made from recycled paper. And inside was a plastic bag that was sealed that actually gave the strings better corrosion protection than this open vinyl pouch.
It's very important to me and my family that we do no harm to the planet, or we minimize the harm we're doing. And that's not always easy to do. It's hard to recycle a string. We have a recycling program. We fund that. It costs us hundreds of thousands of dollars a year with TerraCycle, but it's not easy because the materials are all assembled together. You got a piece of core wire with winding on it, and that costs money. You're giving away significant part of your profits to do that. But I think those are the things that socially responsible companies have to do.
We started the D'Addario Foundation in 79 or 80 with one concert at Town Hall with Michael Newman. And we sponsored all these concerts in the 80s and early 90s. And now we focus on music education.
Every time someone chooses our products, a percentage of their purchase goes to the D'Addario Foundation, which helps fund music education wherever it's missing or needed most. In America alone, 40% of high schools don't require music, depriving children of powerful cognitive benefits that research has proven over and over again. The foundation provides funding for 186 programs in 10 countries because every young mind deserves to be 100% musical. D'Addario's passion for quality has grown over the years to include many other brands. From drumheads to reeds to sticks and mouthpieces, a more diverse roster of musicians can access the same quality standards we set with everything we make. And those standards have made us the #1 maker of musical accessories in the world.
I drive these guys crazy because as soon as they finish something great, I see another way of making it a little better. To me, nothing's ever really good enough.
Sometimes don't even have to change the intonation. One set goes to another and they're spot on.
It just always sounded dead good.
You try different strings, you see what works, you see what's comfortable, and then you find what you like, and it's like, cool, that works.
D'Addario, wow. Bottom line, the strings are great.
I don't have to worry about them dying after one show. I couldn't break them, I couldn't throw them out of tune. No matter what I do, those strings are always there for me.
They're kind of the best. I haven't found anything better. So that's that.
I feel so comfortable when I play on Access strings, and I love the sound as well.
Everybody who comes in here, with very, very few exceptions, plays D'Addario strings. And they didn't get there because of any reason except dependability and tone.